EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. This defense for the Cardinals, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Throwing Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Now Matt Prater for the point after. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Phillips now from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
The Broncos at 11-2 now. They were losers their last time out. Trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home. But sometimes what you do is you use these types of games as bonding experiences and carry that into the contest.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now Jones. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. From the gun, Murray. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That play was all Bobby Okereke as he got there and dragged him down for the loss.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Throwing on first down is Murray. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll be out of bounds. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll give Henry another shot. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
On 3rd and goal, they're going to run the option. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Murray sets to throw on 4th. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Zach Ertz hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Prater for the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Phillips now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On first down, Jones. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Jones on 3rd down. Finding his big receiver, Patrick, over the middle. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 30. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give them 25 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the counter now, it's Sanders. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another run with Sanders. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200 plus?
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Jones. Finds Dulcich out left side. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
If this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen, here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw, and they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Mac Jones, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are back within a score. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Beating him there with his legs. 21 yards, first down. Here's Murray. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a big...
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Cardinals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Phillips now from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They can certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. He'll get this one to Patrick. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Now Jones. A final shot before break. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Cardinals out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Cards with the lead, and they will get this football first as the second half gets started. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there's never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete there to Moore. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down. A 6-yard brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line. Here's the option play now to the left. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also so brings up third down.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to him.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. A first down carry for Henry. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 10 more there and another first down.
Off the option, here's Henry.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production.
Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Cardinals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Prater for the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Phillips now from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing on second down, Jones.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he rifles one incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Second and 10 now. Third quarter action in Denver.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
44 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Jones throw taken in by Sutton. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 37. The third down conversion successful, a gain of 11. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Back to throw again.
Open man downfield is Sanders. He's got him.
And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Off the option, here's Henry. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Henry again on 2nd down. Room here to run. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That good for 19 and a first down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Again, it's Henry. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. As we get late in this one, is altitude a factor for a visiting team in Denver? Is that something that's overplayed?
No, it's real, and I know a lot of the visiting teams like to downplay it because they don't want to get into the heads of their players, but you can't avoid it. As soon as you get to the locker room, you get to the stadium, they always post it in there. Welcome to Denver. Altitude 5,280 feet. The air is rare.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Henry. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. Murray fighting, lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is we're all tied now early in this fourth quarter. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a give to Henry. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Murray to Moore for the Cardinal first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Bobby Okereke making that tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Henry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling out from the sideline, just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Chandler Jones in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Meanwhile, Jones throw into the hands of Pittman here. Completion good for 14 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long. I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. Jones on 1st down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The deep as Sanders has it punked free, and the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Here's Jones. Into the hands of Sanders. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. To throw is Jones. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Jones. He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jones. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Jones. And once again, this is Sanders. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now Jones. That's taken in by Dulcich. And he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
And it is caught. They got the 2 points, and with it, they've taken the lead. And, boy, you want to talk about guts. Guts is going for 2 when you're down 1 in that spot right there.
Do they not trust their kicker? Did they not feel that it was time to go ahead and do that? Or did they just say, we've got a play on that we're so confident in, we're going to go ahead and do it? I'm going to say they're going to say that in the press conference.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Now they burn the timeout, and they're kind of in that gray area where they might be able to get 2 plays in, but maybe just 1 play left in this ball game. We'll see. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals. And they say it's never easy to come into Denver to win because of the altitude. They look pretty comfortable in the altitude.
They certainly did. I'm not quite sure how they got prepared. And it's always been a big debate about what to do. I lived out there at one point. I lived in Colorado Springs. I remember saying to someone